Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, 𝐃𝐢𝐠𝐢𝐭𝐚𝐥, for inviting BHASHINI to be a part of this transformation conclave. And since morning, we have been diving into a lot of digital transformation that has been taking place in the states as well as in the central government. So today, I'm here to present about BHASHINI. So BHASHINI is it's a language translation platform powered by artificial intelligence. It was launched in the year 2022 by Honorable Prime Minister during the Digital India Week, and so now we are taking forward as a Digital India BHASHINI division. We are taking forward this mission to enable all the digital services in 22 scheduled Indian languages. So in BHASHINI, what we do is not only translating the content, not only translating the files, but also we are diving into three divides, societal divides. That is, one is digital divides, one is language divides, another one is the literacy divides. So in language divides, how we are targeting the language divides? Like if we have a language barrier in certain states, like there are people who can't speak apart from English and Hindi, right? Like they speak in native language. So through BHASHINI, we're bridging that language divides, by giving the services accessible in their preferred languages. Diving into the literacy divides. Now, people who does not know how to read or write, right? Through voice as a medium, they can communicate. They can talk to the computer, they can talk to the system, and the system will enable them to translate it and give them Indian native language. So now we're bridging that as a literacy divide. As a digital device, now a lot of people in the rural India, in the village, far-flung area, they don't know how to use the mobile services or any kind of digital platform because internet is dominant with English, right? So there are so many Indians who does not know how to read English. So through BHASHINI, we are targeting those people in order to use the digital services in their native language. So these are the three societal divides that BHASHINI is currently working upon. Next slide. Oh yeah. So BHASHINI is working with over 70 plus premium institutes that consist of IIT Madras, IIIT Hyderabad, IIT Bombay. So we are working together with over 70 plus research institutes in order to create the state-of-the-art language technologies. Next slide, please. Previous slide. Okay. Yeah. Next. So these are the data that we have currently, the data sets available as well as the models. So we have 300 plus AI models which consist of speech to text, OCR, transliteration, automatic speech recognition, name entity recognition, text to speech and language detection. So these are the 300 plus models that is currently hosted in BHASHINI platform. And also these are the open source, the data sets available currently in the BHASHINI platform. So BHASHINI has democratized AI by making the models, data sets, and solution open source, which encourage innovations and collaborations across the tech community. Anybody can use our models, anybody can use the data sets and create innovative solutions to make the digital services available in their native languages. Yeah. So these are the services which we have currently. There are 15 plus services that we have currently in our platform, National Hub for Language Technology. When you go to our website, that is bhashini.gov.in/services, you will be able to see all these services that we currently give it to all our customers. Automatic speech recognitions, optical character recognition. So the scanned images, the text, the handwritten text, everything will be scanned and will be translated in native languages. Then we have transliteration. Transliteration means the sentence remains the same, the words remains the same. Like for example, Sagar, for example. Sagar is a name of a sea if you translate, but when it comes to a railway, so in railway, if it's a Sagar station, right, so it has to be remain the same. It can't be like sea station, right? So this kind of, transliteration is can be utilized in your services as well. The name remains the same, the language, it remains the same. It doesn't, my name will remain as my name. It will not be translated. So these are the transliteration services that we offer in BHASHINI. Then we have text to speech. When we the text, when we write that, the text will be translated into your native language through voice. So we offer text to speech services. So these are all the services. Profanity filter. So profanity filters are those like when there's a speech, for example, that you want to translate, and there are certain words which should not be publicized, then these filters are used especially for those if it is like politically incorrect, or if it is something that has some words which needs to be blurred out, then we use this profanity filters in the services, which will filter out all the unwanted sentences or unwanted words for your this language. It's not. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah, I've pressed the green button, but yeah. Yes, so now diving into the use cases. We want to start first with the e-office. We've discussed today a lot about e-offices being used in the government offices. Now, the e-office, what BHASHINI is doing for the e-office is that currently we have rolled out a pilot with the NIC Delhi, and what we have leveraged, the NIC Delhi, the offices has leveraged speech as well as the text in the NIC, in the e-office. Now in the e-office, just imagine you are just speaking over the file. You are just speaking over the file, and then the notings is happening, simultaneously. So that kind of, decreases the workload that we often type and then we have to verify, right? So through BHASHINI, you can just read out, and then the note will be automatically gets converted into text, readable text and editable text, where you can edit as well as you can use that for your own convenience in your language. Now currently we have worked on Hindi and English for the voiced, and we are also implementing in different other languages. Okay, so this is another use case. It's a grievance redressal portal called 𝐶𝐵𝐺. So this is a portal where citizens can file their grievances. Now there are so many citizens who does not know how to write in English, right? So they prefer their native language. They want to file their grievances in their preferred native language. So BHASHINI has leveraged that. BHASHINI has integrated it into the 𝐶𝐵𝐺 portal. In the 𝐶𝐵𝐺 portal, grievances, citizens will file the grievances, which will be translated. An officer will see, an officer will, for example, like a citizen has filed the grievances in Assamese, right? Now the officers sitting at the portal, sitting at the office, and admin does not understand Assamese. Now he has to switch that, right? So he has to switch it into his native language or her native language, be it Gujarati or Marathi. So that person will switch it into Marathi, and then the grievances will get translated into Marathi. Now the admin, the officer, will send back the grievances to the citizens. He will be writing it in Gujarati or Marathi, which will be sent back to the receiver, to the citizens, and the citizens will receive their queries or receive their grievances redressal in their native language, in Assamese. So this is how we are working with 𝐶𝐵𝐺, and it's already been integrated in all the 22 languages. So this is another use case. It is a Nipun app. So this has been rolled out in UP in schools for the lower income schools for between 5 to 7 years old. This is an app where a teacher can access their reading capability, their reading capability of a student. Now a sentence will be, for example, the sentences that you see on the screen. So this will be read out by the student. And in order to access, in order to know the reading capability of a student, a teacher over here will be telling the student to read out the words, to read out the sentences. A student will read out the sentences, and the correct sentences will turn green and the incorrect sentences will turn red. So now the teachers knows that the student has problem in certain sentences and the students they are good in certain sentences. So here in this app, Nipun app, BHASHINI has been leveraged in speech to text technology, where the speech has been leveraged in order to access the reading capability of the student. So this is JanManrega. So we have also integrated in JanManrega app where the workers can search their job card, they can track their progress in their multilingual. They can also detect, wherever their jobs have been allocated through that app in their own voice, in their own language. So in SOI, so we're working with SOI, Survey of India as well, where the maps of India, geographically, the maps of India and the regions, everything to be transliterated, right? So any person who wants to know which area belongs to where, who wants to know about the geography can go to the portal, can search, in their preferred languages and can detect the geography area where he or she is located. And this is another use case which we have built with the Ministry of Panchayats. So now the Panchayats, the 𝐃𝐢𝐠𝐢𝐭𝐚𝐥 portal, it's now available in all 22 languages. The portal enables all the, as you can see over my left hand side, the languages are enabled. So all the labels, the the locations and everything that is related to Panchayat works are now translated as well as transliterated in their native languages. Previously, the Panchayat Raj, in various states, they had issues because it was available only in English, right? The portal was available only in English, and now we have enabled the portal to be in 22 Indian languages, and the Panchayat Raj Ministry of this MOPR, Ministry of Panchayat Raj, we have collaborated, and then we have made this possible through the 𝐃𝐢𝐠𝐢𝐭𝐚𥥥. So you can see like the 2.5 lakhs words have been transliterated, and we have a dedicated glossary as well. The PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. So this is a farmer's chatbot, a chatbot which we have developed for Ministry of Agriculture. And under this, we have like around 11 languages which is already integrated. A farmer can ask anything related to agriculture, farming through that chatbot in their own native language, and then the bot will respond back in his or her native language through various queries, whichever he had asked. So we have speech-to-speech application as well called Vani Anuvad, and often our Prime Minister has also used speech-to-speech applications in various platforms. One is the Tamil Sangamam in Varanasi, where PM addressed the Tamil students in Hindi, and then that was simultaneously getting translated into Tamil language. So the speech-to-speech has been leveraged by our, leaders of the country, the Prime Minister, and he has used in various occasions as well. Now, as I speak to you in English, if I want, if the audience wants to listen it in Assamese, then that is also possible. So for the NTES, which is National Trade Enquiry System, so this is a portal which we have also integrated in NTES. We can search the queries, the live station schedule, and everything related to train, railways, in our own native language. These are the language options available, and anybody who wants to, ask anything about the stations, the train, they can do it through this portal in their own native language. So you know, it's a huge task actually. I mean, BHASHINI is not only translating it. You know, there are a lot of work involved through this, because as you can see the numbers, like 9,000 plus stations name were translated and vetted by language experts. Now that when we talk about stations names, you know, there are so many names, stations name, around 9,000 stations names. Now that some can be translated and some has to be transliterated as well. So what we do is we work with the ministry, whichever ministry we're working, we take the glossary from them. Like for example, they want to have certain names written in the same context without changing anything. So we ask list of glossaries from them, and then we work towards, you know, transliterating it. The meaning remains the same, the context remains the same. It's just that it is changing it into a different language, but the meaning remains intact. So this is how we're building glossaries, and we're building this translation, as well as we are transliterating it. Even in NCRB, National Crime Records Bureau, so we are in a POC stage right now. So the police station, while, you know, filing on an FIR, they can record the voice of the anyone coming, the citizens coming to file an FIR. They will record the voice, and then the voice will get translated, and you know, which allows, you know, the investigation officers to translate all the FIR content, and then which makes the system more transparent. So this is a conversational AI. So this is a health use case developed by one of our startups. This platform enables the doctors to give positive cues. So now often when a patient visits a doctor, sometimes they are not satisfied with how, you know, the doctor tells them, like, you know, some negative words come out, like, you know, you have been ill for so many, you know, months, and you haven't come to visit, you are already too late, or something negative of that sort. Sometimes it encounters. So this portal developed by one of our startups enables you know, the system to give a positive feedback, positive cues to the doctors, which is translated into their native language. So the positive cues that comes from the machine, from the portal, it gets translated, and then you know, this is like one of the use case developed by one of our startups for the health. So thank you so much. That was it about BHASHINI.